Shai, Kal Halayna Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, to the 144,000. Double honor and respect to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Coming back at you with another lesson. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, ... So I was following some updates today and following some updates and some executive orders that Donald Trump signed today. And when you look at everything from the big picture perspective, everything is tied to energy, natural gas, ultimately the grid. So, and then you had Joe Biden allow all these so-called illegal immigrants over into the country. So you see that the left hand and the right hand of government are working in tandem. And there was a lesson that I did probably about 2 years ago, no, longer than that, maybe about 3 years ago, talking about these illegal immigrants, so-called, how they'll be used as a problem to bring forth a solution. Man-made problems to bring forth mandates to have to certify citizens digitally. So I talked about order out of chaos and creating the scenario to bring forth the off-the-shelf solution. So now you have a situation in which a foreign threat is being used as a prelude to bring forth mandatory digital credentials in order to be certified as a citizen. So you notice when you're stopped driving or when you're stopped by a police officer while driving, you have to show your driver's license. So now Trump is saying that the grid or the U.S. energy is being threatened by foreign adversaries. So that's going to be tied into citizens being mixed in with these so-called illegal immigrants. So what's happening is this mass punishment strategy, where now you have to verify everybody through a VeriChip process. So now, instead of the traditional driver's license, passport, travel ID, or driver's license and military IDs, and then they're going to merge this real ID, all is being tied back into these encrypted credentials to be a verified U.S. citizen through a VeriChip process. Let's look this up here. VeriChip. I looked this up years ago. What is the VeriChip? What is the VeriChip? Well, what do you know? I first read about this around the year 2000. VeriChip is a type of implantable microchip. Remember, part of the provisions of this 6G platform that they're bringing forth was implantable technology, implantable devices. The Verichip is a type of implantable microchip designed to be placed under a person's skin, usually in the upper arm, for identification purposes. Here's what it actually is. The Verichip is a small RFID radio frequency identification. Remember, not Donald Trump, but President Obama had this in the provisions of a new bill that he passed. Trying to remember what it was called, but let's see here. We'll get it. It contains a unique ID number. Or the new technology has GPS tracking. When scanned with a special reader, it transmits that ID number. That number can be linked to a database with information like medical records, identity details, or access credentials. See? So this is a way ahead here, because everybody is perceived as a domestic threat or a domestic T. So creating the problem to bring forth a ready-made, off-the-shelf solution. Who made it? It was developed by Applied Digital Solutions, later associated with a company called Verichip Corporation. See, early 2000s. So I first came across this technology in the year 2000. Promoted for medical identification. This is key, because some sort of sickness, illness, pandemic is going to be used along with economic crashes. He calls it all. So it's going to be worse than 2020. We all know what happened during 2020. It's going to be worse than that, because you're going to have an energy crisis, gas, fuel, and oil shortages. You're going to have economic collapse, and at the same time, a massive global pandemic. See? So this device is going to be absolutely essential. It's how it's going to be pitched by Donald Trump and his administration. Essential to survival and maintaining good order and discipline, and being able to secure the energy and the electrical grid from foreign adversaries. Early 2000s promoted medical identification, emergency responders, medical identification, emergency responders could scan unconscious patients. When my wife was in the hospital, they kept coming by scanning her. But at that time, she had a wristband. So all of this is going to be merged. Everything is going to be merged into a central database. That's why you have all these data centers being raised up that are co-located with ICE facilities, ICE agent facilities. So these data centers are not co-located with ICE by accident, because they're going to be enforcing these digital mandates and certified credentials under medical tyranny. So they're even combining the National Intelligence Agency with these, implementing these devices to monitor citizens. Early 2000s promoted medical identification. Emergency responders could scan unconscious patients, also marketed for security access. See? So it's tied to national intelligence monitoring, National Security Agency, or NSA, like entering into buildings. In 2004, it became the first FDA-approved implantable RFID chip for human use in the U.S. So it does have GPS technology nowadays. Requires a nearby scanner. So you have near field communication, or NFC, where you can buy or sell. Privacy concerns, limited widespread adoption. Security risks, slow adoption. Well, under the national, or the Trump is implementing this War Powers Act. So it gives the government more unlimited control to bypass some of these restrictions or limitations, to circumvent these privacy concerns or security and health risk concerns under the Emergency War Powers Act. The original company shifted focus and the product faded from common use. Some people connect VeriChip to, so here you go, the disclaimer, religious conspiracies. See, mark of the beast. But in practical terms, it was simply a medical ID technology experiment. So this technology has been more advanced since 2000. This is another thing that I was reading years ago. What is Digital Angel? See, this is a little more advanced here. Biosensors, Digital Angel Corporation, a U.S. tech company. You see how they're building all these tech giants, Palantir. They even did automatic commissioning to 4 biotech civilian employees to make them direct appointments to lieutenant colonels in the Army. Biotech brains or engineers. See, they work with GPS and RFID biosensors, monitors heart rate, tracks location, monitors body temperature, designed for medical patients, Alzheimer's, missing persons, missing children, military or high-value asset tracking. See? So this is a step further. They work with GPS plus RFID biosensors. Their systems could track location via GPS, monitor vital signs, heart rate, temperature. See? So under a medical lockdown, these devices can be mandated when evoking Emergency Powers Act under a federal mandate and under the executive branch. It was designed for medical patients, heart conditions, Alzheimer's, missing persons, children, military or high value asset tracking. Remember, he causeth or doeth great signs, miracles, and wonders, aesthetic arms and robotic limbs, robotic legs and arms. They use, what is it called? With the conditioning. Remember that little show that came on, The Bionic Man, where they use this, where they mental conditioning to bring forth these technologies. Man, what's that term? It'll come to me. Connection to Verichip. Digital Angel was actually connected to Verichip. See, implantable. So this is all in the Bible. Worn on the body, could alert authorities or doctors. More privacy concerns. Let's go ahead and end it here. Let's read this. Revelation 13. Let's go to verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So this is the revised Roman system. Under America, the EU and NATO, and deceiveth them that firepower, their military apparatus. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. See, the renaissance or the rebirth of this Roman system. But now it has more vassal states, more firepower, more advanced technologies, the so-called cutting-edge technology or the sword. Let's go here real quick. Revelation 6, verse 4. Let's go to 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. See? Cutting edge technology, firepower, laser technology, advanced computer network technology, global positioning system technology, sensors technology, satellite technology, global communications networks, advanced weaponry that are connected to satellites for precision guidance technology and targeting from spatial satellite tracking. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So this beast speaks through policies, mandates, evoking or enacting orders, mandating this new system to be credentialed under encrypted devices, implantable technology under the 6G platform, and evoking these Presidential Emergency Powers Acts, draconian laws, ultimately. See, so it's connected to how he causeth. You got energy, Atomic Energy Agency. So all of these things are coming into play, maintaining or protecting the U.S. grid network or its encrypted databases, these data centers now, protecting its oil and energy assets, claiming a foreign adversary threat to the grid. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. See? So this is a way ahead here. Through cutting edge technology, his blessing is the sword, which also incorporates deception, deceit, cunning technology, sleight of hand, false miracles, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. See? So this is the marriage to this beast system, to show allegiance to Satan, ultimately, to be down with the beast. Through digital encrypted devices, which are subdermally implanted beneath the skin. Remember, Yuval Noah Harari said now we don't have to fear the God in the sky or the God of the Bible, the man in the sky, so to speak. Now we have the capability and the opportunity presents itself to hack the human body, which starts with the human mind. Yuval Noah Harari, he said, now we have the technology to hack into the human anatomy. So that starts with our mind. and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Chi Psi Stigma. See? So the barcode system is going to be used to scan people traveling or moving in and out of zones, security zones, to go in and out of a city. Many cities are not going to even be accessible if you don't have the right credentials. So each citizen's chip is going to have certain levels of access, entry, and egress, certain authorization levels based on social credit scores, similar to China. Many citizens are going to be locked out of society through digital means. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala. And above the ball. We got next, Lord willing. Barakatham. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.